Okay, hey there, cats and kids. Captain Zorik here, and welcome to, known in the Society for Creative Anachronism as Lord Airvold Lacoudre Edwardson the Optimistic, and welcome to this week's edition of our socially distanced sword fighting practice of Society for Creative Anachronism's rules. Before we begin, just a few, let's do the disclaimers. Number one, don't engage in any exercise activity without checking with your doctor first. I know you're not gonna because you all feel that you're mighty supermen, but I just have to say that. Number two, this is meant to supplement personal training or training in person at regular practices, not to replace them. And as soon as we get the all clear, we'll be having group practices again. Number three, hydrate. There's water in this thing, and if you feel funny at any point, like with your heart, your muscles, anything, stop. Take a break. We don't want you to hurt yourself. We're all just doing this for fun after all. So, that being said, I'm coming to you live from a backyard in Bedford-Stuyvesant. So, I hope that everybody that's tuned in, who's going to be working with us, is dressed appropriately, and by that I mean clothing that you can move in without over sweating. Warming up is important because if you try to do something with your muscles without warming up, you're taking a risk of injury, and that is why this shoulder doesn't work very well. So when you see me doing something that you're supposed to do with two arms, do what this arm does, not this arm, because this arm isn't working properly. All right. So, everybody ready? And jog it out, folks. Jog it out. All right. Take it easy now. We'll be upping the intensity in a minute. Now, fitness is important. Don't do martial arts to get fit. Get fit to do martial arts. The more fit you are, the more you can practice. Now, a really good fighter in this sport can kill somebody with one blow and then go have a beer. But you need to practice in order to get that good, and the more fit you are, the more you can practice. Okay. Step up the pace here. All right. Ready? And now, swing your arms about as you're running. Okay. Little nice windmills here. And the other way. Okay. Again, do what this arm does, not what this arm does, but do it with both arms. All right. And slappy hugs. Slappy hugs. All right. Now punch forward. All right. Now punch to the side. Note the twist in my hand. Punch to the sky. Now high knees. Pick those knees up. You want to activate them hip flexors. Back straight. All right, head up. Don't lean forward, that cheats you. Don't lean back, that's also a cheat. Keep your back straight. Lift those knees. All right, regular jog, regular jog. And now kick your butt. I heard tell they did this in ancient Greece. You're stretching out those thigh muscles there. All right, you're building up the hamstrings as you're pulling up your feet. That's important. You want to be able to pull up your feet to get your feet off the ground. Regular jog, regular jog. All right. Okay, now, small jumps. Forward and back first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jog it out. All right. And now, 10 squats, body weight. Don't let your knees come in front of your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back straight. 8, 9, 10. Now, do between 7 and 12 push-ups at your pace in the time it takes me to do 10. Okay? And earth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not going all the way down again because of this shoulder. All right, now, lie on your back, stick your feet in the air, touch your toes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, back up. Let's do some more. Now, jog it out. If you're doing this for fitness, you might want to do more and a different variety of exercises than I just did, and do it 3 times with increasing intensity. We only have time for two go rounds, and so we're going to switch up the exercises because we want to get as many muscles warm as possible. Okay, so let's find a good steady place to do some jumping jacks. Ready? We're going to do 4 different kinds of jumping jacks, and of 10 counts each. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clapping in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Running man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crossing hands and feet. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, power jack. I'm always confused between power jacks and power squats. Or are they power jumps? But we're going to go do the kind that involves a squat into a jumping jack. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, the kind that involves jumping up. Ready? And oh, slap your thighs with your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now that our legs are tired, we're going to start with the push-ups. This time we're going to do Hindu push-ups. I'm going to be doing them not to full motion, but I'm going to show you what they are. You start with your butt in the air, like so. You dive down, you swim up, and then you put your butt back in the air. Okay, that was a warm-up. We're going to do 10, or as many as you can in the time it takes me to do 10. And 1. Exhale out. 2. Inhale up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more. 10. Oh. Okay, now the squats. Hindu squats. For more detailed description of Hindu push-ups and Hindu squats, if this is YouTube, well, read the description. If you're looking at it Facebook Live, go to youtube.com/New York Knights Combat 1 and find the link in the description there. So, exhale down, inhale up. Put your hands behind your back. Bend your knees. Let your knees go over the toes. Don't pick your heels up until you can't keep them down. Swing your arms forward. Press your heels to the ground. That was the warm-up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, we could have done 15, but I don't want to burn you out on the warm-ups. Now, for the abdominals, we're going to do two different things. First, we're going to do bicycles, elbow to opposite knee. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like my boxers. Okay, next, V-ups. That's where we bring up our feet and our hands to meet as we turn our body into a V. I suck at it. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Up, shake it out. Okay, I just realized I cheated you out of a couple of exercises, but that's okay for two reasons. One, this is like the 13th or 14th one of these we've done, and so you can find all those warm-up exercises in the videos on YouTube. And two, I just ate a bologna sandwich and a bowl of pea soup, and I don't want that coming back the way it went down. All right, so let's say the hellos, and then we're gonna get into our stretches and then our techniques. Greetings, Wayne, Kristen, Mickey, Matthew, Tony. Hey, tune in, Tony. How the hell are you? Thank you for coming to the Big Apple Con that time that you did. I really appreciated it, and I enjoyed doing the Jedi training with the kids at the wedding, at the birthday party. Matthew, Michael, Anna, Chris, Gavin, Anthony. Oh, welcome everybody to the party. And now let's get into our stretches. Okay, so. All right. Now, start. I'm kind of limited because this here rock doesn't let me. I either got to be on it or off it. I can't quite be kind of half and half. So we're going to start just on it, so that's a little bit wider than shoulder length, a little bit of bend to the knees, and inhale, and out. In, and out. And in. And over by flat back. If you don't know if your back is flat, stick your butt out. You should feel the strain in your lower back. Women seem to be better at this than men. And all the way down. All right, shake out your shoulders. Shake out your shoulders here. Curse the fact that there are mosquitoes in the room. Shake your head out. All right, let it down a little further. Doesn't matter if you can't touch the floor. Doesn't matter if you can't straighten your knees. Be comfortable, stretch it out. Hand now. Squat, all the way down. Heels up. Me, I do this especially so that I can remind this knee that it's got to bend. It's got a little surgery in there, and the doctor said he used the longest, strongest dead person's tendon as he could. No, ligament. But it's just a little bit tighter than the one I grew up with. And stretch it out. If you can't keep your hands on the floor, grab your ankles. And we are now stretching. We're stretching our back, our shoulder blades, and the backs of our legs there. Okay, stretch that out. And roll it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I generally count up and down to 8 when doing stretches because I spent years in ballet. All right, that was the forward stretch now. Feet a little wider. Stretch to the side, palm facing that way. All right? You get one kind of stretch when you do this, all right? Now, having felt that stretch, turn your palm the other way, get another stretch, all right? And up, and that tree's right in the way. And again, to the other side now, palm facing that way, the opposite way you're stretching. Feel that stretch that you're getting there. It's like lower down in the torso region. Turn your palm the other way, and you feel the stretch deeper towards the back there. All right. Both of these stretches are important. Okay, hands on your hips, look behind yourself the hard way. All right, now, clasp your fingers together like this, behind your back. Knuckles to the helicopter. Little stretches, active stretching here. Warm those shoulders up, stretch them out. All right then. Now, what I call the ballet back, because I stole it from ballet and it's great for the back. Feet in second position, or horse stance for you Kung Fu aficionados. And arms up like you're holding a giant beach ball of the world, all right? Now, leading with this arm, all right? Whether that's right or left, I don't care. Bend over at the side. Now flat back, but facing to the side. Now, swing the other arm around. Follow the arm. Now, turn your chest to the front and bring the top arm up and follow it. All right, that's one half. Here's the other half. Arms down, chest down. Swing it around. Chest up, arm up. Let's do it again. Arms down, chest down. Swing it around. Chest up, arms up and down. Chest down. Swing it around. Chest up, arms up. One more time, and down, and down. Swing it around. Chest up, and shake it out. All right, now, we're doing the legs. So, side lunge, you're stretching out that inside of the thigh, unclench your patella. There you go. Stretch it down, relax. There you go. I like to keep my chest more or less up for this. All right. And now turn your lunge that way. There you go. Deeper. All right. Arms up so you can sink it deeper. Arms out, palms down, small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms up, arms forward, and down. Deeper lunge. Those hip flexors are important. You want them strong and limber. All right. Now, take the hand closer to the camera. Put it next to in front. Put it next to your foot. Take the hand farthest from the camera. Lift it up to the sky. Feel the stretch. Feel the strain. All right. Now, replace the hands. Reverse. Put the hand that's behind in front, and lift this one. Feel the stretch. Feel it in the chest and the arm. Okay, there you go. And straighten it up. And chest to knee, not face, chest. There you go. Feel the stretch. Take the hand that's closest to the camera, wrap it around the ankle. Take the other hand, stick it to the back, and stretch out that shoulder blade. There you go. Hand, lunge, turn forward, toes to the sky, and sit into it. If you want to pick a hand or two up, go right ahead. Doesn't matter if the other hand is inside or outside the knee, the leg, the thigh. There you go. And side stretch, lunge to the other side. There you go. Feeling it. Feeling it. Right there. There you go. Unclench the patella. Okay, there you go. There you go. Now, turn the lunge that way. Okay, deeper. Arms up so you can really sink into it. Okay, arms to the side, palms up, small circles the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms forward and down, Deeper lunge. Lunge into it. Stretch out that hip flexor. Nice active stretches, little bounces there. Okay, hand closest to the camera in front of your foot. Other hand reach for the sky. Feel the stretch. Feel the stretch in your chest, with the arm. Feel your muscles working on the supporting arm. Okay, now down. Take that arm that was in the back. Replace the hand that was in the front. Take the hand that was in the front. Stick that to the sky. Feel the stretch in the chest. And feel the bug in your ear. Ah! Ah! Buggy, buggy, buggy. There you go. Okay. And there you go. Hopefully you did that better than I did. Now stretch out the front leg and chest to knee, not the face. Hand, pull it down. Little bounces there. Take the hand closest to the camera, wrap it around the ankle, the other hand to the back. Stretch out that shoulder blade. There you go. Alrighty then. Now, lunge, turn to the front, toes to the sky, and sink into it. There you go. Relax the patella. You really want to stretch out that hamstring there. Alright, and up. Okay, shake it out. And last thing, take a leg, whichever leg you feel like taking. Grab it, pull it to your chest. You want to stretch out that gluteus maximus there. Alright. Okay. There you go. If you're not feeling it in the butt cheek, you're not doing it right. Okay. Balance also, by the way, is an important skill to have. And all the muscles that you do balance in. Okay. The leg. There you go. Feel that there. Feel that. Okay, if you need to hold on to something like a wall or a chair or something when doing that, go right ahead. All right, now here it is again. Note, opposite hand to the foot. That way you don't pull your knee out. And you're trying to pull your thigh back. You know, not this, so that you can, if you're not feeling it in the thigh, you're not doing it right. There you go. And the other way. All right. There we go. Stretch it out. Feel it. Okay, shake it out. Take water if you need it. And we're going to begin our technique. Okay, who's still with us? Joe, Higgins, Joe, Michael, Marcus, Wayne, Kristen, Mickey, Matthew, and everybody else. Thank you for sticking around. And Gavin, there you are. All right. Okay, so now we get to the technique part. Now, I don't need to be standing when you're doing this to start out with, and I don't want to be bent over when I'm looking at this camera. So, get yourself your water or whatever else you need. Okay, now, shake those hands out. Shake those hands out, because it's your hands that are going to be holding the sword. So, you got to shake those hands out and make sure they're limber. Okay. Clench fists, open fingers. Clench fists, open fingers, all right? Extend the arms. Clench fists, open fingers. Extend the arms out. Clench fists, open fingers. Up. Clench fists, open fingers. All right? Swing the arms around again. Your shoulders can never be too limber. Swing around. Slap them around. Slappy hugs. Let's just do this one for fun. There you go. And then other arm. And now with the hands, all right? So we've done this. Now, closing the hand from the pinky to the pointer. Okay, that's easiest for most people. Pinky to pointer, open and close the hands. All right? Pinky to pointer, open and close the hands. All right? And now, the other way, pointer to pinky. Open and close the hands. All right. Here we go. Okay, shake it out. Now, hey, whoever it was who just joined us, you just missed all the boring stuff, the warm-ups and the stretches. So, let's warm up our fingers. All right, from the pinky to the pointy, pinky to pointer. Now pointer to pinky, like as if you're closing a door handle or milking a cow. Now, pick one hand, and that's going to be your sword hand. I don't care which hand it is. All right? All right, now, start with the OK position like you're holding a sword, see? And now, 1, 2, 3. Bring your fingers down. 1, 2, 3. This is what you're, in your imagination, doing. 1, 2, 3, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay? So we're doing this empty-handed first, one piece at a time, okay? That's like you're closing, now put your wrist into it like you're closing a door handle, see? All right? Now, imagine that door is horizontal, okay? So that means it's up here. So that would be like you're swinging the sword flat, all right? That's your imagination. That's what we're doing to warm up here, all right? Now, I'm going to back up a little because this can get power if you're a carpenter and have a really big muscle right there like I do in my other arm. Okay, all right? But I'm using this arm because this arm is still healing from surgery, okay? So how do we get more power? Move more. We're going to move this elbow through space from the position that we are now in without moving the rest of our body, which means we're going to be using our shoulder and our pectoral muscle here, okay? While we are turning that door handle, okay? And we're trying to turn, at the end of the turn, we're actually going to let that, let the imaginary sword we're holding slip a little bit so that it ends up pointed straight forward, okay? We're not swinging our arm around, we're just pivoting our wrist to pivot our hand to close our fingers to swing the sword. We're using the elbow, however. The motion of the elbow changes the position of the wrist and moves the hand a little bit to get more power. All right, now what if your shoulder's really sore or you want to get more power? Let's just try bringing in the upper chest, all right? So we're doing this by stations so that you can, when you are only able to move that one particular part of your body or those particular parts, you can. So you don't have to move your shoulder nearly as much now because your upper shoulders, you don't have to use your shoulder as a hinge because now the whole upper torso is your hinge, all right? It's a swivel, actually. You're pulling from the back shoulder blade back as if someone's got a string on the back shoulder blade and is yanking it. Bang, bang, bang. Here, fold up your shield arm like a shield arm, like a chicken wing. There you go, bang, bang. You can actually feel how your hand kind of wants to go forward there, see? Go with that, all right? You don't have to extend all the way yet. Now, this is going to be tough because I just ate a bowl of pea soup. From your waist, using your abdomen and your lower back, all right? You're turning your upper torso now. Not just the shoulders, the whole upper torso, but not the hips, okay? Bang, bang. Because if you're on your knees, as you could be in this sport, you cannot really use your hips that much. Well, depending upon how long your legs are. Okay. And bang, 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 bang. Feel that core contract. Feel the lower back. If you're not using the lower back, try to use the lower back. See how it can bring power in. All right? Boom. Boom. Now, let's bring those hips in. Okay, stance is going to be important now. So, don't line it up like a squared off and straight line like a fencer. Rather, take one of your feet, move it out the back foot, move it out that way a little bit. Point the toe forward a little bit. Move the front toe in a little bit. There you go. I'm going to want to move this a little bit wider so that I have a, I feel balanced and I feel like I can pick up either foot without toppling over, and I can even shift balance from one to the other. Don't lock your knees. All right, you're there now, right? Now, you're up here, right? You're holding a tray of soup on your shoulder, right? You're holding that door handle, right? And you got that shoulder, that elbow back, right? And now you're going to swing these hips around, come on baby, and do the twist, all right? And you are going to, as you do that, let that twist turn into a spiral, a corkscrew kind of, if you will, that's going to move your upper shoulders more than your hips, and that is then going to push your hand forward. I said push, not swing, okay? You're going to push that hand forward while you turn that door handle, while you swing that stick, all right? Boom, boom. Now, of course, my feet are rooted to the ground here, which is still robbing me of power and is actually dangerous for the knees. So, push off the back foot. There you go. Even spin your foot, pivot your foot a little bit. All right? Push off the back foot and pivot. Ready? Boom. Okay? Boom. All right? Boom. Boom. All right? Now, let's see if I can do this to the side here. Here you go. Boom. 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 Shield up. Boom. 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 And boom. Good. All right, shake it out. Get water if you need it. Grab your stick. Ugh. Has anybody else joined us, or did we lose somebody? All right, here we go. Okay. So, as everybody knows, this here is a piece of rattan. It's what we use to make swords out of in the Society for Creative Anachronism. And it's wrapped in duct tape. We got 4 pieces of a garden hose for a quillon. Normally I would fight with something like this to protect my fingers, unless I had gauntlets, but I want you to be able to see my fingers as we go through the training. All right, so, oh man, the skeeters are going to be eating me tonight. Okay, I'm being eaten by skeeters for you out there, so you better appreciate this. So, we've got, let's just quickly review. Just moving the hand, right? Just moving the hand while it's up there at your shoulder there, right? Okay, just moving the shoulder and the hand, that is, right? Okay, just moving the upper shoulder and the hand. You know, the momentum of the sword is already just pulling your hand forward, right? Okay, I'm going to do it at a 3/4 here. All right. Now just moving the torso at the waist. Just using the hips. I'm going to do it at a profile here. And now just using, using everything. My feet are a little bit wider apart than I like to because of the way this flagstone is. There you go. Boom. But then again, if you can only throw a perfect blow when you're in the perfect place, it's going to suck because battles are not perfect. Unlike certain phone calls, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, did we go there? We went there. Okay, moving right along. All right, now, since everybody who's online right now has probably done this already, and we've got like 12 or 13 videos already where you can do this, let's go straight to number 2. So, and by that I mean sword blow number 2 because this was number 1. This is the onside flat snap. We're going to do the offside shot. So, we go out and we bring it back. We actually release the muscles there. We release the hand. We keep the okay, but we release the hand and we start. And as the weight of the sword starts to come back up, we use that momentum to allow our elbow to go up. And as the elbow goes up and the sword is behind you, this hand becomes the center of a circle or a spiral of some sort. So 1, 2, flip the hand over and you've hit him in the side of the head. Okay, as we know, we don't want to paddle him with the flat of the blade. We want to cut him with the edge of the blade, and you know that the edge of your hand is the edge of the blade. So, 1 and 2. Notice how I turn my body. That gets you a better angle on it. That also tends to move your hand forward without having to reach your arm out. 1 and 2. All right. Also, I'm putting my weight on my front legs, so I'm kind of moving forward. So I don't have to lean forward off balance. I move forward like so. And 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. To go back from 2 to 1, just bring that elbow down. 1, 2. And open your hand and close it. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, now 1, 2, 3. What do we do to get from 2 to 3? From the offside shot, 1, 2 to number 3. Pull your elbow down, straighten your arm, close your hand. Up. Keep that palm flat, as much as horizontal as much as you can to keep the sword because the knee is an illegal target. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. When doing the and, bring your hand as close to your shoulder as you can and make the circle small. Let me see, did I hear chirps like someone had a note for me? No. Okay, let's keep on working. Okay, now, so that you can see it from the side. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Notice if you leaned in for the number 2, watch this, 1, 2, you lean back for the number 3. There you go. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and shake it out. Relax your fingers there, your shoulders. And now we're going to add number 4. So how do you go from number 3 to number 4? And 1, 2, 3. Forgive me, there's a bug in my ear. Now you're here, right? Bring yourself back a little, lean back a little, and with a little twitch of this muscle, the palm of your hand is going to kick the base of your hilt out, right? Boom. It's a very subtle motion. Boom. All right? Don't let it go all the way back. Rotate your hand to refocus the energy so it comes across your face until it's horizontal coming to the other side. Now, boom. Your arm can go over there too. In fact, you want your arm to go over there so that once it's here, you put your hips into it, close your hand, and there's your number 4. So you've gone from 3, back, 4. And then from 4, you go to a hanging high guard, back to your shoulder. You don't even have to touch your shoulder to number 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hanging high guard. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I noticed myself not fully committing to this number 3 here in the second to last time. I'm doing that because I'm afraid of pulling myself out because I don't have something to hit. If you have something to hit, a tree that you've wrapped in a mattress or a blanket or something, a pell made of tires or a post of some sort, do that, you'll get the more real feel. Or if you can have someone stand there with a big stick in front of you, you can practice on that. And you can take turns doing this, swapping the big stick for the sword. Or you can do the blocks that we've been training while you practice the moves. So just so that you can see it from the side. 1, 2, 3, do it with me. 4, and 1, 2, 3, 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 one last time, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now, the ground here is pretty uneven, so we're going to try to see how far we can get with silly walks. Shake it out, take water if you need it. How are you, everybody? Okay, who's joined us? Who's joined us? Drita, Jamie, thank you for joining us here. And let's get back to work. Oh, there's a skeeter bite right there. All right, so you know what? I'm going to do it over here. So I'm going to move the phone, move the base on which the phone is standing, so that you can see me over there. Good. All right then. So silly walks. And we can start from stance, so you can start with the feet in the same way. The essence is not to hit as hard as you possibly can, but to get used to moving your hands and feet at the same time. And With number 1, you put your sword foot forward. With number 2, you put your shield foot forward. For number 3, you rock back on your sword foot. With number 4, you rock forward on your shield foot. Hanging high guard. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to turn around. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't hit the torches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn around. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, shake it out. Now, we're going to go back to the blocks. Now, those of you who joined us last week may recall that I adjusted the leg blocks. All right, because I will admit, leg blocks down here. All right, number 1. Sword's got to travel a long way to get there, right? And that's a big commitment to give up the block of the head to block the leg, all right? And sometimes it puts your hand in an awkward position where it's hard to get a good blow back. You know, from here, where you got to go, you got to almost, it's kind of awkward there, right? Boom. You could block this way. Excuse me. Boom. You got that turnover of the hand there. And that can come in. But the point is, you may not have the time, the thought, the wherewithal, and you may or may not be the kind of fighter that that kind of block really sings to. This is why personal training with a live person, or at least in-person training, is good, because then you can talk your way through these things. I see there's a glare there because of the sun. I'll probably try to have this there. That's a little better. Okay. Which is why it's good to actually be training in armor where you can actually fight and so forth, because you can make all your mistakes in live action. But if you're in your stance, say, all right, and I'm going to hold the rubber sword to represent having something in my other hand. Pretend it's a shield, pretend it's a defensive weapon, because I'm not going to use this for any offense. All right. And you see a blow coming down here. You see a number 4 coming at you. And for one reason or another, whatever's over here, you can't bring across your body. You may have thought, you may have committed to a block up here. Or you may not have this arm because it got chopped off. Or you might have a two-handed weapon, which means you don't have a shield at all. So, the fastest block I know is simply to bend your leg a little bit and lower your hand. Ideally, you would keep the sword vertical mostly, so that way it covers more of your body, but ideally is of course impossible. Theoretically is of course impossible, I mean to say, but bam, you meet the sword, and it's a strong move, bam, because you're going down right to where the weapon is coming at you in an opposite force. Boom, just like that, so that you block it with the strong, the forte. This is called the forte, this is the foible, strong, weak. And blocking with the strong against the weak usually works. Bam! Okay? Now, schools of thought were that you had to block with the edge so that your arm was in the right position for the force, blah, 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 blah. Then other people saying, look at the pictures, he's blocking with the flat, I can do that, I can do that. Do what works. The point being that you get your sword in front of his sword, bam! Just like that. Okay? So let's just try that. Get yourself into your stance. Most of our stances are going to have our hands up here because that's where your hand wants to be if you want to hit him in the head, right? Bam! Okay? And bam! Okay? And bam! Okay, let's do it slow. Don't hurt yourself. And 1. Just going to do 10. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and to the other side, same thing, only it's more of a punch because you got to actually bring it across your body. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, did you use each rep to try the different muscles to see which ones are most comfortable? Okay, we're gonna add to this. We're gonna replace the leg blows in our 1, 2, 3, 4 of blocks, like so. All right. Oh man, I should not have had that soup right before training. So here's the block of number 1. Here's the quickest and simplest block of number 1. All right. The quickest and simplest block of number 2. Here is the alternate block of number 1 if your sword's up there already. And now from here, boom. Nope, that's 4. And now from here, boom. There's your block of number 3. And boom, here's your block of number 4. And then, when he goes to hit you in the head, boom, there's your block of that we're going to call number 5. And if he hits you in the head the other way, well, I mean, it's the same way, but if it's more convenient to do it this way, do it this way. 5A. All right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got the numbers wrong. 5, 5A. Try it again with the right numbers. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5A. A little faster. 1, 2, 2A, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. Try to just 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5A. Don't move your torso. Try it. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. Now, move your arm as little as possible. Just use your torso, your body. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. Why did I try it both ways? Your arm might be more tired at one point in the fight, less tired in the other. Also, you might have the ability to move your body or not because of the way you're positioned in the fight. So, we're going to do a few more reps, experiment with your body, find the most efficient ways to move it, most comfortable based on how strong what parts of your body are. And stance. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. Last time. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. All right. Relax. Take water if you need it. Whew. All right. Now we're gonna review some footwork, and then we're gonna put together a routine. I think there's a bug in my water. Oh well, extra protein. Okay, can anybody out there tell me what time it is? Because I've booked this backyard till 8:30, and I don't want to go over time, but I don't want to cheat you either. So, if anybody can just throw up what time it is, because Facebook Live has not figured out how to put a timepiece onto their camera screen. I got to write Zuckerberg about that. Anyway. Now, Footwork. I'm just going to hold the sword because it makes me comfortable to do so. Now, footwork is tricky on this irregular ground, but so you just have to improvise, adapt, and overcome, which merely means acknowledging the fact that you may have to use slightly different muscles in your ankles and stuff to move your feet in the same relative positions. All right, so if I'm going to advance, all right, now remember our stance. Let's see, if I orient myself to you, it's not in a straight line like a fencer. You take your sword leg, you put it that way so that there's a little bit of space left to right between your feet. Turn your foot towards your enemy a little bit. I'm going to move my front leg forward a little bit so I have a slightly wider than shoulder stance, but not quite a full horse stance or second position. And I'm going to move my foot, my toe, that way just a little bit. All right? So, all right, the advance, pick up your front foot, move it forward, pick up your back foot, recover the position. All right? And advance. And advance. Retreat. Pick up the back foot, move it back, pick up the front foot, recover the position. And retreat. 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 From a different angle. And advance. 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 Retreat. 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 From this angle. Advance. 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 Retreat. 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 And the advance and retreat, but to the left and to the right, or I should say to the shield side and to the sword side. To the shield, to the shield, to the shield, to the sword, to the sword, to the sword. Notice how irregular the ground is. I'm having to make adaptations. To the shield, to the shield, to the shield, to the sword, to the sword, to the sword. Now what I might do is, if I don't want to stand with my foot half on and half on this rock, I might want to adjust my stance. All right, or I might want to choose. Okay, this may be the ideal position for where my sword wants to be, but not for where my feet want to be. So I'm just gonna have to live with that. I'm a little bit off, or I may have to swing while I'm moving from here to here, because from here to here, because this isn't the right place. This isn't the right place. This is the right place, but my foot's not on balance. So what do? I gotta just use the step, wham, to actually turn my hip. I'm turning my hip while I'm stepping to the side. Bang. There you go. What if, however, bang, just try that, okay? Just take your front foot, move it to the shield side, and swing a number one from your on guard position. Bang. All right? Just do that. Bang. All right? Bang. Bang. Okay? It's like a silly walk, but to the side. Bang. All right? What if, however, most open position, but the right spot would be the other side? Yes, you can hit him from the other side. It may require cheating by cocking it back a little. Bang. All right? So, knock it back. But your step, instead of your hips, instead of going like this, they've got to turn the other way to make that blow. Bang. And there's something in there about a pizza slice of doom, which is too many words to get into right now. So, bang. All right? Bang. And as a matter of fact, oftentimes you may find that stepping to the shield side opens up a better angle for the offside shot. Bang. All right? So try that with me now. Bang. All right? Bang. Bang. Or you can even do a 1-2, all right? So I could go 1, 2. As a matter of fact, that's a thing. Now, so let's just do that 1, 2, stepping to the side, all right? So 1, and now my shoulders have become more square because my hips have turned, and we don't want square shoulders, and we also want to get our body over further so we can get an even better angle on the side of his head. So we're actually going to pivot on that front foot. Bang. Excuse me, before we bring our foot down, because there's the pizza slice of doom. All right, pizza slice of doom. If you ever took ballet, you'll find it impossible to put your feet in a straight line next to each other, parallel to each other. So your toes are going to be pointing out. That creates basically a pizza slice. And the way I've been having you in your, stance, you do have essentially a pizza slice. I'm going to use the rubber sword to help define it. Now, the principle of the pizza slice of doom is simple. Within your pizza slice is your kill zone, because before your weapon can get within the pizza slice, it hasn't gotten enough force behind it to deliver a killing blow in the sport of Society for Creative Anachronism Combat. And by the time the blade is beyond your pizza slice of doom, you've run out of acceleration and your sword is now decelerating, so it's not swinging hard enough to kill anybody. So you want, ideally, to have your opponent within your pizza slice of doom at the time that your weapon hits him. So, now, when I say in your stance, put your toes, pointing a little bit in from your opponent, when you actually deliver that blow, your foot is going to pivot a little, which will open up your pizza slice. And so that's why number one kills. All right? So, by stepping to the shield side, boom, you have now a wide pizza slice right here. Boom. All right? There you are. Now, when you put your bug bite, when you bring, let's just try that a couple of times. If you've got another stick or something you can put on your hip to help you see your pizza slice, do it. Boom. Okay? Boom. All right? Boom. Two more. Boom. All right? Boom. Now, when you move your sword foot back, boom. Wait. Boom. There you go. Your boom. Your pizza slice rotates, and you'll find, boom, that your sword beats the rotation of your pizza slice because the sword is faster than the leg. Boom. There you go. So you're here, and you're here. Boom. Okay? Boom. 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 There you go. If I were to just go boom, then my pizza slice will have moved laterally, and he might be out of my pizza slice. All right? So that's why I'm doing a little pivot to keep him in my pizza slice. So it's actually not too different from a Compost step, which actually is not just a step to the side, but a step forward. All right? So let's try this 1-2 with the step to the side. Ready? And 1, 2. Okay? And 1, 2. Okay? And 1, 2. Okay? And 1, 2. My feet were out of time, and so I cheated myself in power. And 1, 2. There you go. And 1, 2. Now, if you've got enough physics, then your feet can be out of time and you can still have enough power. 1, 2. All right? But 1, 2. If you can move your feet, fat, and legs in time, then you can maximize your power. Let's try that with a Compost step, because when you move to the side, if he stays in the same place, you're increasing the distance between yourself and your opponent. If you take a Compost step and go around him, then you're not increasing the distance. You may actually be shortening it depending upon how tight the Compost step is. So, let me see. I'm looking at the ground here. I'm seeing this stone here and that stone there, and I don't want to put my foot here because I'll trip over it. So, I'm gonna take a nice big step onto that stone there. 1, 2. All right. Now, the step forward increased my power. Boom, on the number 1. And I had to take a big spin to get my foot on a safe place on this flagstone here. So, 1, 2. All right, so somewhere in there, I wasn't optimizing my body mechanics to get the sword blow perfect, which is why we do all those other little things so we can get the sword blow good enough even if we're not perfect. So, 1, 2. All right, got to do a lot of pivot there. 1, 2. A lot of pivot to get that pizza slice around. And 1, 2. But I may have just hit him in the back of the head. You doing it with me? All right, and 1, 2. Okay. 2 more times. 1, 2. 2 more times. 1, 2. 2 more times. 1, 2. 1 more time, and 1, 2. There we go. Okay, shake it out. Mop your brow. Get some water. Who's online now? All right. 7:55 it was. Okay, so it's just past 8 o'clock. All right. All right. Okay. So, let's see how to work those blocks. Okay, let's see how to work those blocks into it. Alrighty then. Let us say 1, 2. Well, let's say he blocked it. Alright, here's the way we're going to do it. We start with our 1 and 2, right? With our compost step, our pivot and everything. Now this leaves this whole right side of our body open, right? So the other guy was smart enough and quick enough, he was able to block this with his shield, and because we're theoretically a left-hander and he's theoretically a right-hander, or maybe he blocked it with a shield and blah, 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 whatever. He's going to come down and throw a low block here. So from here, bang. All right, we're up here, so doing this, there's going to be stuff in the way, so this is going to be an impractical block here. So we just, like as if we were doing a number 3, see? We just, boom, just bring our hand down there, and that blocks the leg. Boom. All right? You gotta match, you gotta match the perpendicular of his trajectory. Boom. There you go. So, it's like this. 1, 2, boom. I know I moved my foot a little. I was trying to get a better stance because my initial step got me an awkward stance. This may or may not be a part of the routine that we're developing. All right, so 1, 2, boom. Now from here, where do we go? Well, we've got our hand low. What is it cocked for? It's cocked for, let's see, our elbow's out a little, our hand is out a little, but the sword is all the way up there. So I'm thinking if we use this sword, if we use this as like the top of a pendulum, then we swing our arm here and close our hand, we got ourselves a nice little number 3. Okay? So, boom. So, from up here, number 2, we block number 1, and then we block number 4, and then we strike number 3. If he was the opposite hand, that would be a number 3 blow for him. But when we do the 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, we're assuming the same handedness, so that's why we call this block 4. Okay, so there we go. So step forward, spin around, block, pow. Okay? And step forward, spin around, block, bang. All right? And step forward, spin around, block, bang. All right? Now if we're really good, we will be able to do that without losing motion. And step forward, back, block, bang, block, bang. So we're coming there. If we pull our hip back when we block here, which also removes the target from the area a little bit, then we can actually use the principle of a teardrop return for our number 3 blow. The principle of the teardrop return is that as you pull your sword back, as you pull your hip and sword back, you come back around and bring your sword forward again. That's an oversimplification that may not have gotten the point across, but just work with me on this. So you step forward, you spun around, you pull your hip back, and bang. And you swing it forward, bang. All right? So step forward, back. Step forward, block, bang. Okay, I'm going to move this around now that we don't have quite so much glare in the sky, I hope, so that I have a little bit. No, that glare is just going to be there. Okay. Here we go. All right, who's with me now? So, to recap, we've already established that we can do a pretty effective technique by stepping forward and to the side with the number 1, then pivoting to get him with the number 2. But if he blocks that, he's going to come to our open side, so we're going to drop our sword, and then we're going to hit him in the leg. Okay? So, oh yeah, there's just too much glare. All right, let me pull this over, totally change the angle so we can get the same space with less glare. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, block, leg, 2. That's how it's going to be. 1, 2, block, leg. Okay, so our hip is already back because of the number 2. 1, 2, block, 3, 2. We can take a step to get that number 2 going again. So, 1, 2, block, 3, 2. But we don't have to. Okay. So, 1, 2, block, 3, 2. And 1, 2, block, 3, 2. All right. I'm going to see if I can face this way. You can get that. And 1, 2, block, 3, 2. And 1, 2, block, 3, 2. Okay, I seem to be coming back in front of him more naturally. And 1, 2, block, 3, 2. Okay, hopefully that is the tactically smart way to do this. All right, so 1, 2, block, 3, 2. Okay, we're going to do it that way because it gives us a good rhythm for this particular pattern. I can also see how if 1, 2 has got him spun about and you're blocking here, then that means if his shield is over here, that means his shield is not over here, which makes him open when you come here. And when he tries to compensate by blocking it, then that will leave his head open over here. So there you go. So 1, 2, block, 3. Holy smoke! I can go from a block to a 1. Let's see how that happened. All right. 1, 2, low block. There it is. Okay, that's that teardrop return. We did this a couple weeks ago. So we've done our number 2, and we pull back. We've done our number 2, and we pull down to do our block. and we're pulling back our hip at the same time. Now, if we continue with the we've blocked the sword, if we continue with the momentum going back, but start our hip moving forward, see the stripe on the pants so that you can see how the hip's going back and then forward, then we can just bring our hand up, and there we've got a number one, and that's the principle of Duke Paul of Bellatrix teardrop return. He's got his own videos. Look him up, Duke Paul of Bellatrix, Paul Porter. Anyway, look up the Facebook page, virtual SCA fighter practice. Group. It's not a page, it's a group. So, if we were here, right, let's just get ourselves to the number two, right? Now, block the leg. We get ourselves to the number two, which means this hip is back. That was the whole point. Block the leg, block the leg, block the leg, go for the head. Got to do this from the top here. All right, so, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to step on this rake. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. You know, don't you hate it when the same thing doesn't work 2 times in a row? All right. Let's just work this out together and find how it's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, block 3, low 1, 5. It just kind of happens. 1, 2, block 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, go down, head, 4. 1, 2, go down, head, 2. All right. And 1, 2, go down, head, 2. And 1, 2, go down, head, 2. 1, 2, go down, head, 2. 1, 2, go down, head, 2. Here's what I find happening to myself. I've done 1, 2. Oh, I hope that was all on camera. Go down. 1, 2, go down. Yeah, the going down is pulling back. So yeah, I'm coming forward for it, for the number one. And I've got this hip all the way forward, but I've got momentum going back. So I can't fight it to get this hip forward again. So I'm just going to let it go. And the pulling of my torso back allows me to crank my elbow up and leave my hand out there. There's a whiplash sort of action going there that I don't fully know how to describe. 1, 2, 3, hit, hit. 1, okay, we're here. 1, 2, block, hit, hit. All right. 1, 2, block, hit, hit. And straighten out. 1, 2, block, hit, hit. And 1, 2, block, hit, hit. Now, you're not going to leave your arm hanging out there. So, this time, we're just going to bring it back to home, but you'll notice that home is in goofy foot position, sword foot forward. That's okay. We're just going to go with that for now. So, we've got shield foot forward. Here we go. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, here we are. Now with sword foot forward, we're leaning forward a little bit, right? Can't even tell because of that on the last side. Okay, we're leaning forward a little bit. With this leg sticking out, you're closer to your opponent with your sword, because you don't have your sword is closer to your opponent than it is relative to your body than it is when your shield is forward. Okay, but so is your leg. So you've got to lean forward just a little bit to take advantage of that with your hands forward like so, block with sort of an A-frame there, so that if he tries to reach your leg, he can't get himself closer without putting himself in danger, so he may not even be able to reach your leg because bap, 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 you'll just tap him on the head. All right, so here we go. And 1, 2, block, through hit, number 2, and recover. Reset. 1, 2, block, head, head, reset. Recover, reset, and 1, 2, block, hit, hit, recover. And 1, 2, block, hit, recover. Reset. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, recover. And 1, 2, block, hit, hit, recover. And 1, 2, block, hit, hit, recover. My feet were so screwed off that I lost power there. So let me concentrate on getting the feet right. Okay? And 1, 2, block, hit, hit, recover. Reset. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and from another angle. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 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 we're going to do 3 more, then we're going to call it, I think. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and last time. 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and you know, actually, with this sword foot forward, this wouldn't be a bad pattern to start with sword foot forward, as then you can take passing step, which will get you even more boom. If he's far away, you can go boom, boom, block, hit, hit. Let's just try that. Introduction to Goofy Foot, folks. Anybody actually watching me? Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 1, 2, block, hit, hit, and 1, 2, block, hit. Oh, sloppy block. Okay, see how when you start with your sword foot forward, you can really reach out and touch someone. Look at it. Look at this stride here. Boom. All right. Look at this stride here. Boom. All right. Try that now with me. Passing step, sword foot forward, and boom. Okay, it's almost a lunge. Boom. Not completely a lunge because you don't completely commit. Boom. All right. And now, boom, bang. Block, boom, bang. All right, do it with me. And boom, bang, block, boom, bang. And 1, 2, block, 1, 2. Hand. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, block, 1, 2. 2 more. 1, 2, block, 1, 2. Ooh, uneven ground. I cheated myself. So, get to know the ground, commit to it. And 1, 2, block, 1, 2. Okay, get water. All right, we're just going to do a little cool down, and then we'll call it a night. Okay, so after a practice or a tournament or a ballad or a battle, well, first, of course, during it, you must hydrate. Hail hydrate, as they say. Drink water, Gatorade, Powerade, whatever your preferred or doctor recommended drink to replace your electrolytes and fluids. Afterwards, you want to, again, replace the electrolytes and fluids, but you also want to replace protein so that your muscles can grow. There are lots of protein drinks out there. I don't know which is better. I don't know if it makes a difference whether you use whey or bone broth or hemp or just dead animal flesh to supply your protein, but get some, all right? But if you get a chance also, you do want to stretch out at the end of a practice or a fight so that you don't get cramps. So, here we go. Is anyone actually out there? Oh well, this is for YouTube anyway. And for those of you who are going to be watching on Facebook afterwards. Is this one of mine? Yes. Okay, so, let me turn this back around. There. Okay. All right, so cool down. Are we close enough to one center? What's going on here? And inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. This time after the inhale, we're just going to roll it down, not flat back, okay? And roll it down. One freaking vertebrae at a time. There we go, all the way down. Oh. There. Stretch it over one leg. Stretch it over the other leg. Now it's okay to use static stretches. I'll tell you the reason why we wouldn't otherwise later. Hand up. And over. Over the other side. Back. And do this little number. And if you can find a wall or something over here, put your hand on it. Better a corner or an edge or a pillar or something. Stretch out that the connecting tissue between your pectoral and your shoulder. Alright. There we go. And there's squatted down. I don't want to put my butt on this ground anymore, so I'm not going to do any of those. Okay, so that's it then. So thank you everybody for watching. Those of you who happen to still be on live, those of you who just tuned in, sorry you just got here at the end. But as soon as I push 2 buttons, you can watch it all the way from the beginning on Facebook. Give it a week or so. It'll be on YouTube as the previous 11, 12, whatever are on the YouTube channel New York Knights Combat 1. And the next time I personally, Captain Zorik, known in the SCA as Lord Everil the Optimistic, will be on Facebook Live will be tomorrow between 4 and 5 for our socially distant music break. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. I love you all. Be physically distant, but socially active.